What's up, guys? Probably like 5 people are going to watch this video. This is a follow-up on the Sergey versus Andre Ward fight tonight, guys. Look at this. If I'm looking down, if you see me looking down, this is why. I have my other computer. I'm recording this out of the computer here. Real quick, want to just talk about this, go on record real quick. Okay, I have a boxing. If you're seeing this for the first time, you can go back and look at my other videos. I just had a 14-fight prediction streak. I've done that multiple times. These boxing experts never do that. I mean, it's very rare. A lot of them don't have the balls, in my opinion, to go and say who's gonna win the fight. They'll say, oh, it's a 50-50 fight. My heart says Sergey. My head says Ward. What is that? Get some balls. Here's what's going to happen. I'll tell you, I like both of these guys. Sergey got the big power punch, and he has to knock out Ward. That's the only way this man can win this fight, okay? Yes, he's the bigger man. Ward's smaller. He's coming up in weight. And look what Ward did to Chad Dawson, all right? Ward didn't look too impressive in his last fight, but guess what? Sergey, I'm looking down because I'm looking at the record. Sergey, not hating, just unbiased, for real. Sergey fought Chilemba, and he said, I had difficulty with him, very hard to hit. If you thought Chilemba was hard to hit, whoa, you're going to have a long, hard night, my man. If you don't get that knockout, can he drop Ward, flash knockdown or whatever? Yes. Ward needs to control the fight like he normally does. He fights excellent on the inside. He fights awesome on the outside, and he never stands in that position where Sergey needs to hit him. Sergey needs to land the bombs, and Ward uses his legs. He ties him up. He frustrates him, and he's going to beat him unless he gets dropped and he can be finished. Has Ward been down before? Yes, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Yeah, he was. He was down. I remember. Super 6, he rose up out of that. Sergey was unknown a couple of years ago. Tremendous puncher, gifted athlete, no lucky punch. There's none of that. If he knocks Ward out, it's because he has the entire makeup and the punch is with it. It's not going to be a lucky punch. It's going to be because Andre Ward made a mistake, mental error, and got knocked out. Okay, that's the way Ward needs to win this. Now, these boxing experts, they sound amazing on TV, don't they? But a lot of them are wrong all the time. The whole thing that started within a year ago or 2 years, you started hearing, I think it started coming out of HBO color commentary. Yeah, the guy's foot is on the inside or the outside. He has control of the fight because of the foot. The analysis sounds amazing, right? But these guys, a lot of them cannot predict fights consistently. I've not yet seen one of them go over 10 fights with a 10-fight boxing prediction streak. And it sounds great. I'm the boxing expert. That's what I'm saying, guys. I'm the boxing expert, all right? So, and, you know, these paid boxing experts, get some balls. My head says this, my heart says that. What does that mean? That basically means you really don't know what you're talking about. You sound great. You're saying all this beautiful color commentary. You're giving all the facts on paper. You're giving great analysis. It sounds wonderful. But who's going to win a fight? Come on. Tell us who's going to win the fight each time out. Make a prediction. Let us fans know that you know what the hell you're talking about. Let's see a boxing expert on TV, famous one, not a YouTuber, the real sports guys that watch, you know, like myself, so some guy that's unknown talking about the fights. Let us see that they're real experts by letting these guys pick the boxing fights and tell us consistently who they're going to win. Of course, I'm going to be wrong sometimes. Can I be wrong now? And I'm not going to be mad about it for sure, because you can't be right all the time. But like I said, consistently, I went on 14-fight, 10-fight prediction streaks. I predicted right on this channel, Pacquiao Mayweather would be anticlimactic. You can go and look at the prediction right here before the fight, after the fight. Oh, everyone knew it. Oh, yeah. Well, we knew that. If you look at this, you look at that. Hindsight's 2020. I might sound like a broken record if you heard me talk before, because it's true. I just put that in because if this video gets 50 views, whoever's watching me, let me know something. Hey, man, if you got a question, if you hear, let me know you're hearing me, because I'm not quite sure. This streaming stuff, I'm still getting used to it. This is the fight tonight. I'm talking about Sergey versus Andre Ward. So anyway, I think Andre Ward's going to frustrate him. He's going to take him on the inside, take him on the outside when he needs to. He can use his legs, and he's going to frustrate Sergey. And Sergey, there's no way if he couldn't knock out a 50-year-old Hopkins, he put him down late. But if he couldn't, 50-year-old Hopkins, how are you going to take an Andre Ward in his prime and outbox him and beat him? You need a knockout, dude. That's the only way he can do it. There's no way that he can outbox him. He's going to need a knockout. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. This is the way with all my boxing knowledge. I've been watching boxing since I was out the womb. It's the only sport I watch, occasionally UFC. I don't relate to any other sport. I can't watch anything. I'm so jealous of you guys that can watch football and all that good stuff. I can't do it. So that's my prediction. Andre Ward takes him out deep, and he's gonna frustrate him. And Sergey needs to land that big right hand, anything. He needs to get in there and land something. But Andre Ward is such a great ring general. He knows how to fight on the inside. He knows how to fight on the outside. And he's going to take those tools away from Sergey, and he's going to really dismantle him. I think this is what I see in my head, because I got to tell you the truth. I'm from the future. I went into the future, and I saw the fight already. I did. Don't get creeped out, for real. So no, I'm just joking. But I've had dreams, I guess premonitions about fights in the past, but it's just a lucky guesses probably because I was dreaming, and that's who I thought was going to win the fight. But on this fight, I don't endorse gambling. I wouldn't do it. But I'm just saying, I think it's going to be really interesting. And it's always going to be interesting because you got Andre Ward, who makes one big error in that ring. He's going to be knocked out for sure. Someone's calling me. Damn. I'm doing a live stream here. I gotta take this. Hey, what's up, babe? I'm in the middle. I'm doing a live stream on YouTube right now, but it's okay. I'm talking to you. Nobody hears you. What's going on? One person's watching. Okay, babe. I'll pick you up then. All right, baby doll. Excuse me. So here's a joke for you. Look, see this, guys? This is what I'm using as a phone. I'll tell you why. Because if you lose your phone, right? And it happened to me once. You got the smartphone jacked up with full of stuff and you lose it, what happens? I lost Don Fry's number. I was hanging out. I worked with Don Fry, for real, no BS. Stunt work. We were running through a forest on this movie Noah, doing crazy stuff. I was chilling with Don Fry. If you don't know who he is, he's the MMA now Hall of Famer. For real. I wanted to put that man in one of my movies, my independent films. Damn it. I lost contact. I lost the phone. I lost his number. Damn. So anyway, that's a whole nother story. So anyway, I'll go back to this fight. I digress, right? I always say that. I hate that when people say that. And I'm here saying that to you. But so you got these boxing experts, though. I kind of get pissed off because they don't commit to a prediction. And why? Because they don't do it for several reasons. There's a lot of politics in boxing. It's political, right? The HBO, they want their guy to win, whoever they're pushing for that year. It's just kind of weird that they're so-called boxing experts, and a lot of them, either they can't pick a lot of fights consistently, A, or B, they don't do it. They kind of give hints of who they think is going to win. But after the fight, hindsight's 2020. Oh, let's just say, for argument's sake, let's just say you think I gave you my prediction. I told you Ward is going to do what he's going to do. I got more details for you on that. But let's just say, for argument's sake, Sergey runs in there and knocks him out with a Colcox Ward, and he wins the fight. It's going to be like the boxing experts. Oh, hey, I kind of knew that was going to happen. They say it in a way where they try to fool you. They don't really know. Not all of them, but a lot of them. What really blew me away was, because I really respect a man, knows a lot. When I started out predicting Teddy Atlas back in the day, I was like, whoa, he knows so much, and he does. He knows about boxing. He knows how to train people, and I got respect for the dude. But when I started out predicting him on a bunch of fights in a row, I was like, oh my God, I kind of know more than Teddy Atlas. This is crazy. This is like you were into computers and you know more than Steve Jobs from where I was coming from. That's an analogy I just made up off the head. Excuse me. This is live. No editing. So I really think that Andre Ward has got this fight in the bag, and I don't think it's a 50-50 fight for many reasons. And, he's a much smaller guy. He's going to be so much quicker. And if you go through Sergey's record, you see that he's fought some decent guys, but you see Andre Ward fought some decent guys. The Hopkins thing, a lot of people revert to, oh, Sergey fought Hopkins. The dude was basically 50 years old, and he couldn't put him away. What does that say? He's going to have, because Hopkins is such an amazing ring general. He knows how to tie you up. He knows how to survive. He was in survival mode, guys, right? Can you imagine a hurt Andre Ward? Let's just say Sergey puts Andre Ward down early. That might be the worst thing that happens if it's a flash knockdown and he can't put him away, because he's going to do what Hopkins did. But he's going to do it with more defending himself more and neutralizing Sergey's tools. He's going to take the fight. He's going to frustrate him. That probably would put Andre Ward in such a height of a ring boxing general awareness, if that makes any sense, where he's going to not make any more mistakes after those early rounds if he gets put down on a flash knockdown. So if Sergey, if you're listening to this, I know it's ridiculous. Nobody's watching this channel, but Sergey, if you're listening to this, you have to try to knock him out early. That's the only way you're going to win this fight. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I just got off a 14-fight prediction streak, and the only way I lost that was because I was like, all right, the Showtime contest is going to end December 31st. I just got to start predicting and try to fill 25. I was trying to get 25 so I can get a big prize. So what happened was there's two guys I never saw or heard of, and they were on their way to the ring, and I just took a lucky guess. I said, he looks like he's going to win. I got no choice. But I went consistently many times with making the right predictions, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. I have confidence in what I'm talking about, and if I'm wrong, so what? It's not the end of the world. People get so emotional and crazy with sports, you know, they just get blinded. Like I said, I like both of these fighters. This is not a bias. I'm not like, oh God, Ward has to win. I'm such a Ward fan, and I don't blindly see what Sergey's capable of doing, because guess what? I like Sergey. If he wins this, it would be the greatest thing ever for him. And he would be, in my opinion, at this moment, it would be bigger for him because he's the more exciting fighter. Ward would sell tickets, but not like Sergey is. He's like a Triple G on steroids if he wins this, because he's a bigger guy. He's close to heavyweight, and he has that amazing power. Andre Ward wins in a decision, right? If he does what he did to Chad Dawson, nobody's seen that coming, the bigger guy. Oh, yeah, he was weight trained. That's another excuse the boxing experts like to give. Oh, he was weight trained. I picked Pacquiao De La Hoya back in the day, guys. People were laughing at me. I used to play the boxing and do my own boxing show with the games. People were, Oscar was weight trained. That was the excuse. Oscar De La Hoya was weight trained. So what they're saying is he really didn't lose that fight. He was weight trained, but that's BS. I don't fall for any of that stuff. I don't go for that. To me, that sounds like excuses when it comes to these boxing experts. The fans, different stories. You got to love the fans like us, respect the fans. And a lot of them come in here emotionally charged up and start screaming at me. Well, they used to when people were watching the channel. A few of you, thank you, stuck with me over the years. I just hardly have any time. I get some free time. I come in here. I'm drinking my Starbucks coffee Sumatra. This is like a little hangout for me, and nobody else around. This is the greatest thing ever. I was looking forward to this, which is great. So I'm hoping that we see a really, really good fight. It's always going to be exciting for this very reason. Andre Ward can be knocked out at any point in this fight, and if anyone tells you no, a crazy Andre Ward fan who loves Ward, they're lying to you. They don't know what they're talking about. Because if he makes one mental error, that's a huge one, he'll be knocked out cold. This guy is no joke. I'm not sleeping on Sergey. I'm not telling you this guy in any way, shape, or form is not capable of winning this fight. I'm just saying if everything plays out right, they're both in their primes, and Andre Ward focuses and he does what he's supposed to do in that ring. My hair is atrocious. I know. I got to get a cut. And the lighting is horrible in here. It looks like a horror film in here right now. But I'm just saying, if Andre Ward does what he's supposed to do in that ring, and he utilizes his gifts and his ring generalship in the way he ties people up on the inside, where he's always hard to hit. Sergey said Shalamba, and his last fight was hard to hit. I mean, hello, that's a problem. Andre Ward should win this fight on a decision win if he's really blessed and really frustrates him, and Sergey somehow just starts getting nailed and confused on a different level of confusion and starts getting hit with a lot of punches. Possibly he could be knocked out. And I don't want to hear any excuses about weight training and stuff, because I didn't see the weigh-in. You probably saw it, but everything looks good right now from what I hear. And don't forget, hey, the Crusher's 33 years old. He's older than Ward, right? Because Ward is, I'm sorry, I'm looking down at my Mac. I got my Mac in front of me. I'm recording on another Mac, a separate Mac, but check this out. Ward is what, 31? No, 32. Okay, so they're close in age, all right? So here's the deal. I think this is going to play out very interestingly because we have that aura of Ward, sorry, I slipped up. Ward might be KO'd at any point in this fight. And there's a possibility of that. Like my Ali shirt. I got this before the man passed. It's crazy. Anyway, I got another one in a bag. I had the vision to buy another one. I have it in a bag. It's crazy. I'm probably never going to open it. But I'm just saying, Ward is amazing inside fighter. Go back to some of his fights. He's going to try to get in. I'm telling you, when the Crusher's looking for that knockout, he's going to get in on him on his chest, and he's going to get in on the inside, and then he's going to use his leg. He's going to confuse this man. So I see this fight not being 50-50 for these reasons. I'm trying to back them up with legitimate examples, if you can see where I'm coming from. And guess what? None of this might make a difference if Sergey goes in there and knocks him out. This could also play in a bad decision win for Kovalev. Let's say the judges, because boxing's been real shady lately. Let's say you know boxing and you're honest, right? And you're an Andre fan, and you realize, hey, Andre Ward was legitimately outboxing Sergey, but the judges like the effective aggressiveness, but it wasn't that effective. He's always looking for the knockout, and he couldn't nail Andre Ward, and they give it to him, and then there's a rematch. That would be terribly shady. It's funny, I see people bouncing in the room and then bouncing out. They're probably looking for a free stream on the fight or something like that. But I'm just saying, that would be terrible, because boxing is a scam. The only sport I really watch and I love to hate because it's a scam. It's so freaking corrupt. The 3-judge system never worked. They should have 3 judges on each side of the ring. They should have at least 9 judges, right? It makes no sense to me. And it's just ridiculous how some of these decisions go the wrong way so often, when obviously it's politics. You'll have a guy fighting in Puerto Rico, Danny Garcia, who lost a fight. I forget the guy's name, Herrera or something like that. Lost a fight, but everybody was like, oh, but he's the guy, he's supposed to win. He's a whole hometown fighter. So they just give it to him, and that's acceptable in a professional sport where these guys are fighting for their life. I mean, give me a break. It's ridiculous, and it's the shadiest thing ever. So I think that Andre Ward wins this on a decision tonight, and I think he's just the better boxer, and I think that his ring IQ is ridiculous, and I also think that Sergey is the most dangerous, of course, opponent he ever fought. He cannot make mistakes. He has to come in there sharp, and he cannot have any mental errors at all. He can't afford it, because if he gets cold-cocked with a clean shot, there's a good chance he won't recover. And one thing scared me about Ward. He revealed tonight, I saw it in an HBO documentary. I had a minute to watch it. Andre Ward revealed that he wrote a retirement letter a couple years ago, or a year ago, or 2 years ago, because of his injuries and all that. I said, whoa, that scared me, because if you're writing retirement letters in boxing, that's a problem. So I was like, whoa, that might be an issue. If he's tested like he was never tested before, Sergey might have something going for him, because if you don't have it up here, you're not a complete fighter. See, you could take a double of Floyd Mayweather right now. You can give him all the gifts, whether you like Floyd or hate him. The guy was a ring general. I always told everyone that. And if you get a Floyd Mayweather duplicate, a clone, and you put him in that ring and you pressure him like with a Maidana, and he doesn't have it up here, you can have all the gifts in the world like Floyd does, but the replica of Floyd, this is an analogy, won't win the fight. So Ward saying he quit, or I said he quit. Ward basically committing to writing a retirement letter, that alarmed me when it comes to a prediction, because, whoa, if he's knocked down and cut in his fight, or gets re-injured, his shoulder was injured, right? Is that why he was out? And that comes up, is he going to fight through that, or is he going to just quit? So that Sergey always has that going for him in this fight too, as well as the power. And that's it, guys. I'm out. That's what I'm going to say. Whoever was hanging in there watching, thanks a lot. Hope you see a good fight tonight. Peace, guys. I'm trying to stop the broadcast. Peace.